not saying that there's never a point where they where they ever relinquish power completely, but there are some places where you have more of a say in your opportunities versus spaces where you have no say at all. So like if you're going down that whole go to school, get a job route, then you find that your income and earning potential and all these other things are capped by what they decide to do with you. Whereas I think when you are an investor and a strategic thinker and you are a wealth seer, you have a financial sight and you can see where your wealth and resources are located because you know most wealth has nothing to do with money, then at that point you're able to um, make investments in certain ways. Like really one, if I had a little goal for you, one of the goals I would have for you is for you to be able to feel like you are an investor even when you have no money in your pocket, right? To literally look at everything as an investment, even when there's no money involved. A lot of people think that they're not investors because they don't have any money. And when you don't value something, when you think when something has no value, you don't protect it, you don't preserve it, you don't try to grow it, right? And but literally, when I get up in the morning and I'm thinking about my day, I'm thinking like an investor. Okay, I've got this bank account full of time. Where am I going to invest this bank account? I got this thing called a brain and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. Where am I going to invest that attention? When I went through YouTube and it was telling me about, they do those mashups where they tell you what you were doing all year, what you were watching, and it said you love to watch videos on finances, artificial intelligence, and sports. That's that was my big thing. I said, yep, that's boys. Yep, that's what boys does, right? And it wasn't a lot of, every now and then I'll watch something that's funny or whatever for relief, but that's not what I'm constantly scrolling. I'm not constantly leaning into gossip or funny stuff. I'm leaning to things that are building onto something, right? I want to know finances because I want to be on the cutting edge of what's going on in the investing world. And then I'm drilling into AI because this is the new big thing. I want to get ahead and figure out like what's happening right now, what are the changes, what are the new AI models, all that. And then sports is just like, when I let some steam off because I'm a former athlete. I like all old men like to think that we're still athletes. That's why, we'll get the Corvette at 54 years old or something, midlife crisis type stuff. So we always like to believe that we're still the same guy who played high school football. But still, like I love sports, right? I love sports, right? So ultimately what I would say is that that's an investment. And really the money I invest is the smallest of my investments. My biggest investments are in my time, my intellectual energy, my attention, things like that. That's really where I'm thinking like an investor, right? So be an investor. Even don't let money stop you from being an investor. Does that make sense? And when you get the money, then you'll be very conscious about what to do with the money. So then you'll have that too. All right. So, but I also want you to have the wealth. I don't want you to just have the money. I hope that that makes sense. All right. So I'm gonna get out of here. Don't forget that the if you like stock options and want to learn more, the coin cohort starts January 8th. So you can go to drboyscoin.com. 6 straight weeks. We're gonna go through options from A to Z. The cost has dropped a little. We realized that instead of doing 12 weeks at one price, we decided to do 6 weeks at a different price. So it makes it more affordable. And I realized I was like, I don't think I need 12 weeks to go through all this stuff. So if you like stock options and you want to bring your family, feel free to go to drboyscoin.com and you can sign up for the next January cohort.